DJ, you are now in the mix with Julia.
This is your host, Jay on Unlike Me, and today we're going to be talking about dating and relationships for the current woman and their perspectives. Today we have Remy, Armani, and Sasha. So, women, ladies, tell me your perspective on today's era of dating, please.
Today's dating pool and the whole concept of dating is just trash.
Why is it trash?
Because, like, people say they want one thing, but they don't actually do what they're supposed to do to get that. I feel like.
Are you saying men in particular, or are you saying in general?
I guess mostly in general, but men especially.
I agree.
Why do you agree with that?
Personal experiences, I noticed just a lot of the relationship, and then I'm not gonna say just men, but I don't date women, so I don't. They get into a relationship and then they realize after serotonin, dopamine, whatever, after all that work, they realize, oh, I was just high off love.
So are y'all going for the same type of man? Like, if this is a pattern, look inward. Where are we going with this?
That's also a thing. I definitely have a type.
Okay. What is it?
Bad to have a type though?
I mean, if it's not working, I don't think it's not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking a break from dating too.
I agree with Remy and Armani. The dating pool definitely has pee in it. And I just feel like a lot of the times the men you find yourself talking to, like, nobody really wants to settle down because everybody has a whole bunch of options. You know what I mean? And how can you really get to know somebody if everybody has all these options?
Very true. And you think that's due to social media, the connection of social media?
Yeah.
I think social media makes it like easier to keep your options open. It's like it's hard to commit when you see all these like different like personalities that you might possibly want to hook up with or not.
But it's also it could be social media. Now we have women, or to the men have the internet, and if a girl wants to go post her dude on one of these websites or pages, like, is this your man? They could do. Or back then, if we just had phones and no text messages, just calling, they each other back and forth, and you wouldn't even know probably if you didn't hear the conversation going.
Okay, I mean, but what about when it's hot girl summer or winter girl winter or whatever it is? What about that?
I don't partake in that. I can't comment on that.
One of my biggest fears would be to post my man, and then some other girl would be like, "Oh, that's my man too."
Yeah, exactly.
I could not.
That's why I think it's kind of. I don't know.
And that's why the dating pool is so trash, because that everybody has that, that fear, and because of that, nobody's really committing. You know what I mean? They're just keeping their options open and having multiple people that they talk to.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see people, like you said, being fearful. So I'll just date without really embedding my feelings or any type of connection. Right. I can see that. Even though it's hot girl summer, like.
The summer's past now. It's cuddling season.
Oh, it's winning girl winter or something like that.
It's an icy girl winter.
See? Is that what it's called?
I didn't even hear about that.
Don't
Who said that?
Me, okay?
That's
Who said that, Sasha?
I didn't hear about the icy girl.
Who said icy girl winter?
That's the lady.
Sasha.
She coined it.
All right, so I gotta watch Sasha. All right, see, that's what I'm talking. Like, does that entice y'all to be like Megan Thee Stallion? What's it, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B? I don't partake in that.
They got men. What you mean?
They're what?
They got men.
Okay.
Yeah. What? You see their relationship? I don't even follow celebrities, and I keep seeing Cardi B's boyfriend, Offset. Oh no, you can't be doing COVID over here. But I think Offset, yeah, they going through stuff. Y'all admire a lot of, I want to say women. Y'all idolize certain relationships, and y'all wonder why it's trickling into your current relationship.
No way.
I personally don't follow celebrity relationships.
I don't idolize relationships. I just want my own that I can be comfortable in.
So there's no role models y'all follow or want to be like Michael B. Jordan and what is it? What's it? Whatever his name is.
Lori Harvey.
Yeah, that thing or that one. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, y'all don't idolize that because I see a whole bunch on Facebook. Oh, they're so cute.
Because
and y'all see the money in the flash.
I feel like most, not every girl, can't speak for everybody, but I feel like most girls want like a cute relationship like that for some man to like, show her off, just be proud of her, and they can just be successful together.
But it's not always like that. Some relationships are hidden. And I think when y'all know your partner and how they think and how they want to act, then I think that is, because I know a guy and he's married and I just stumbled upon this. He hit me up. His wife feels like he's not doing enough because of the Instagram videos she's watching and stuff like that.
Because
she wants to do the Instagram videos. She's embedded in the Instagram society.
It sounds like an Aisha Curry.
What's that? Oh, that one? Y'all women be wild.
I personally don't follow those relationships.
It's like a sexy Instagram.
She just sees the flashy lifestyle, like yachts, whatever else, cars and stuff like that. So now she's feeling inadequate as if he doesn't do enough.
Okay, yeah.
Well, like you said, I don't think you can really go based off of that because you don't see everything in those relationships. You just see what they post on social media. They could be going through it in real life.
But I know, it's the account.
As in what?
Some men just aren't romantic. Some men aren't romantic, but I think if your woman wants some, how hard is it to pick up some? I'm not saying even, because I don't.
Yeah, that goes down to like learning love languages and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think some men are masculine in that vicinity. They feel like if I pick flowers up, how is she gonna act? Or what other people gonna think? But those aren't really men. Those are boys because they're more concerned with what the next person's gonna say or their friend or anybody. Now, when I move and I do certain things, I don't give a damn what anybody's thinking. I'm doing this for the person I'm with and I love. So everybody else is irrelevant. If that makes sense. Now you have to talk to that man. You have to talk to that man, figure out his mindset. Like, hey, have you heard about flowers before? Y'all can do small nitpicks and figure out exactly how he is to see if you really want him. That's what a lot of people don't do. Y'all just see a man, he talks real sweet, he has a nice haircut, and y'all just fall in love.
Oh no! See, a lot of girls feel like, a lot of guys feel like the nice guys finish last, but not in my case. I don't like that. I don't like that boys.
So This is what happens. There's a study. I did it. I looked this up this is probably months ago on another podcast. The reason why nice guys finish last, predominantly most of the time, majority of the time, is that humans are attracted to negative. 80% of the time, the human mind is thinking negative. So that's why it's loss aversion. It feels better to keep something instead of losing it and gaining it. It goes all this weird stuff going on in science. That's why nice guys finish last. They feel weak. They're weak-minded. They're not masculine. They're not alpha. It's like, dang, this guy's not doing that, but that guy over there is taking charge.
That's true.
I agree.
That's masculinity, and he read all these philosophy and stuff like that, and took all these testosterone. I didn't know about the testosterone pills.
The hell?
Trying to
Yeah, he's an internal problem. Or you have to protrude that type of masculinity to be validated. Like, no, it's not serious. But you got to think now that's catalytic to, oh, you're a man, you're showing feelings. You're what did you tell me earlier, Armani? A simp or a weak?
Oh my gosh, I did not even say that.
I just learned a new word. I don't indulge in y'all's little lingo. Simp. So it's like where do we fit in? If I show some type of energy that y'all want, I'm weak, and y'all move to the masculinity guy. If I don't be masculine,
that's not
you
me.
not.
If that's the case, if we're going off the definition, then I like simps because they treat me nice, and I like being treated nice.
You say that now.
Wait, what is
that in the background?
My bad. I'm washing my hands.
I thought a simp was a bad thing.
Probably use a baby wipe. You said what a simp is? I don't know. I don't indulge like the no cap, the simp, and then something else. I don't indulge in that lingo stuff. So people talk.
I know what no cap means, but I'm not sure about simp. I thought simp was a bad thing. I thought a simp was like a.
Yeah, I think a simp.
So,
yeah,
I guess most people like use the word simp as like a negative connotation. It's just like it's like a man or a person really who just does whatever another person wants without anything in return. Just because they just like what they want. It's kind of like like paying for someone's time.
Okay.
So y'all ladies, give me one thing. We'll start with women, go down to Marnie and to Sasha. Give me one thing that a man has to have. Remy, you go first, and Armani, then Sasha after that. Characteristic trait. A characteristic or a trait.
Oh, okay. It's like conversation wise. I like things like he can't. I don't like what I. It's like a simple minded. I don't like simple. Somebody who's intelligent who can talk about a different way.
So you probably fall in the realm of sapiosexual. You're like intelligence is attractive.
Definitely.
Okay. See that, Armani? What about you?
Something that a man has to have that will get me too attracted to them is the ability to make me smile or laugh. I'm a pretty goofy person, and I like that. I'm pretty chill. I like to laugh and have a good time. So if I can vibe with someone, they can make me laugh and smile. That's definitely a plus. And it's gotta be like a genuine like connection that I'm not like forcing myself to smile, and so it's not an awkward situation.
Okay. And what about you, Sasha?
I would say he has to have confidence because me. I feel like I don't really need a man, and somebody with confidence just carries themselves different, and is gonna be able to handle me because I feel like I'm a lot of woman.
Whoa! All right, backtrack.
I'm getting over a cold, y'all.
You need cough drops. Backtrack. Handle you. What do you mean handle you?
Like. I got a lot of attitude, I'm really sassy. So if you're not a confident man, then you might be intimidated by that.
So has that worked in your favor? The sass and the whole lot of Sasha?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, it's worked in your favor? During dating?
I don't think it's like a thing that she can like turn on or turn off. It's just who she is, It's not like one of those things where like, oh, does it work for me? Does it not work for me?
You're asking about my dating.
I don't know, because I've been called an asshole before, and I turn off my asshole, and it's done me better.
I mean, currently right now I'm going through a divorce, but it's because I chose to go through it.
What do you say, Remy?
Yourself.
Okay, and so you said you're going through a divorce. Is it because of your attitude, or is it probably something else?
Oh no, I chose to go through the divorce.
But is it because what? You don't have to go in depth. So was your attitude detrimental to your marriage?
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been.
What do you mean it could have? It was black and white. Yes or no?
Okay, I'll take responsibility for my actions.
Okay. So now we're getting. So you say your attitude is who you are, how you think, and how you just your personality. Do you think you could draw back less? Because attitude, it is who you are. You're embedded with it. But can you tweak it? I'm not saying change your whole perspective of who you are and how you are, but
most definitely.
Can you digress?
You know what I mean? We're learning every day. We're growing every day. Nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? Everybody makes mistakes. So, yeah.
So do you think that's going to be a factor when you date somebody else?
She was like, I'm not dating nobody else.
I mean,
you're never dating anybody else ever again?
I say that just...
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for that part. There we go.
But I mean, honestly, who wants to spend the rest of their life alone? Nobody.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something that I could tweak, but also I still feel like I need a confident man to handle me because there is still going to be some type of sass to me because that's just me.
Okay, so give me something. Give me an example real quick of your sass. I'm coming up to you. All right. I'm like,
yeah, come back to me.
I'm about to put in a scenario. Okay, you in the club, everything, boom. Cardi B's on. Hey, do you want a drink? What do you say?
And I want a drink.
I'm asking if you want a drink. Yes. Scenario.
Oh. I mean, I'll probably say yes. You know, I'm not.
She's not like unprovoked sassy. It's just like,
yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to you. At any time, just start using your sassy. Just start talking sassy. And I'll come right back to you. All right. So, these are interesting. These seem like small, minuscule things, but again, I guess men aren't adequate. But it's interesting because it's like, who are y'all picking?
It's not like they aren't adequate. It's just like we live in a time, right? We're all 90s babies, and we all seen what 90s love looks like, and we all claim to want like a R&B 90s love type relationship. But like everyone's afraid to put themselves out there to actually get that and be like really true and honest with themselves. Because at the end of the day, we're all old enough to have experienced at least 1 or 2 heartbreaks. We don't want to feel that how we felt before. And seeing what we've been through already, no one's really like, I guess everyone's really just super afraid to be genuine and then put them hearts on the line and then get hurt again.
I mean, I was talking to somebody earlier, and then she has a couple guys chasing her, and yet she doesn't want them. They want her, but she wants somebody else. So I'm trying to figure out what's that about. I said what I said. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
I don't know. I can definitely say in the past, my problem has been I can definitely fall in love.
Yeah,
I can fall less fast.
Yeah, I think that's all.
So how do you counteract that now?
I don't do that anymore. That's finding myself in this past.
So y'all have to remember, y'all. Go ahead.
I was actually date now, and not just want like, because now I know how to like more in love. You don't have to do it to everybody you talk to, but definitely get a couple of different.
It's different.
So y'all feel like, so y'all have to remember, women predominantly, most women are more emotional than men. And men, as I was telling somebody earlier, are more logical. So when y'all's emotion are involved, y'all start, I guess you said, fall in love or lust very fast. And men were thinking like, okay. You said what?
That's why there hasn't been any women president.
I've never gone down that realm. I'd have to look some stuff up about that. Have y'all tried dating apps? Because I think 32 million people are on dating apps right now.
Too scary for
6 out of 5 men.
You know what? I did try dating apps, but I had seen this post on Instagram earlier. I think it was from Spiritual World, and he was talking about like the dating pool is really based off of like looks. And
It
so
is.
like if you're not like a pretty person, quote unquote, then you're not gonna make it very far to the beat. But like and like how it goes for me is like you gotta have like a good personality and looks. Obviously looks come first because that's the first thing I see. But like it's hard to like get like a pretty good picture of how somebody is based off a picture they might post, because sometimes people may not post their best angle, but they look good in person, but not in the picture.
Right.
Oh yeah. There's actually a study that said 20% of women actually admitted to using an older photo so they can seem younger and thinner. 20% of women.
Yeah, that's called catfishing, and that's not something you got to worry about.
Yeah, that's that's I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but that's what's happening.
Websites for me, I'm like I said, prone to. I'm scared to meet the person online, and then I'm a little too for taking websites. If I don't know you person, we probably won't get too far.
See, y'all have to. It's hard for y'all because it's actually embedded in y'all's genes. Y'all just have to learn to subside that. Okay, this is what it is. This is how I'm feeling. But what's really happening? Y'all, most. I made a post. Women love red flags. They're like, "Oh, 6 flags. I've been here before. Let me go back." So y'all have to learn to digress from that nature and that matter, and be like, all right, this is what I want. This is what I need. Is he actually hitting these? And people, I got drilled for having like a list. They're like, nobody's ever gonna hit your checklist. It's like not a checklist, but is this person authentic? Are they nice to the waiter or waitress? Those type of things. There go COVID. Those type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff through experience, people a couple of times to notice, like, all right, I have to go through.
Yeah, I think that's what Sasha was saying earlier too. I think that's.
Yeah, because boyfriend, you're not gonna know, but if someone, like I said, like that, so it's a lot of different, guys and stuff. This one guy, or like talk to him and see. Talk to him anymore. I'm gonna talk to him. It's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to him. We'll get tired of it, Stuff, which is I learned.
See, again, you said the asshole. Women are drawn towards the asshole. It's invigorating. It's eccentric. Y'all like that type of excitement, and that's what studies and statistics say. Women are more drawn to a person that is enthusiastic in that manner.
For me, it's after a while being in a domestic relationship. I feel like I got a sense of I feel like, all right, if he's arguing with me, that means he cares, because then if we don't argue, he cares, he's going to listen to me, or he's putting me off because he doesn't care, is how I used to think, being at a young age.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, no. Not for me.
I used to be like that, but like I got to a point where like relationships shouldn't be as hard as I made them out to be.
Yeah.
No. I think, I don't know. I used to date a girl way back when. We won't use her name, and she kept watching some type of reality show, and that trickled in her mind to our relationship. And I think that's, again, going back to the factor of admiring and idolizing celebrities and the baby and all that stuff. Like that's where it's coming from, and that's where we have to get away from that. Like we need strong people to help each other. I guess Armani and Sasha, y'all are friends. Y'all can probably be helping each other out in that category, and even get a man's perspective, because getting a man's perspective will actually give you more advice and more intel on how he's moving and why he's moving that way. Women aren't men and men aren't women, so you can't really give advice in that aspect.
I don't have very many male friends.
I guess, huh?
It's hard for me to have male friends. For me,
You can hit. I don't have friends, but you can hit me up if you need advice, and I'm more than open to say yeah, it's probably not the best idea.
Friends, and they scare me. It's why I don't think I'm gonna get back in a relationship.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? You said they scare you to get back in a relationship?
Yeah.
How was this?
Just to see the real, you know what I mean? Man's perspective that are whenever they are in relationships, you know what I mean? To see their perspective and their mindset, it's just like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, we think completely different than what y'all think. And I know a lot of people hate Kevin Samuels. I know I'm probably gonna get some backlash, and somebody's probably gonna message me about this. Kevin Samuels, he's not the best in the way his delivery is, but he does hit some pertinent points. And I've had women actually say, "Hey, you should listen to him. You should listen to him, Jay. Like he's saying some things." So of course I tuned in and listened to some things, and I was actually shocked myself. The way he goes about it is probably not the best, but he does hit some. Yeah, I mean, he gets all his feed based upon talking about women now. When he was talking about men, nobody cared. Now he's talking about women. It's the problem. So I'm probably gonna get some unfriend requests here in about 20 minutes.
What'd you say?
So I said I'm probably gonna get some unfriend requests bringing Kevin Samuels up in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think he's very biased, but he like, so a lot of people look at other people from a man.
Makes sense.
Some people can't do that. They can't look at anything from anybody else's point of view but their own. But if you look at it from
Since especially
he's a little more, I would say, knowledge. He's a little more, definitely hits a lot of stuff. I think women also don't want to any try to flip it.
Yes, that's very true. Because some of the questions he asks when he's on live, and I'm like, whoa, she didn't even answer the question. He's over in Alaska, and we're talking about China right now. So it's like, how is this happening? And I picked on those social cues as well, because when I was dating and stuff like that, and I was a little simp, I didn't pick up on certain things, but I think about it, and now when he confirms what I was thinking before, it's like, okay, now it's starting to make sense. I thought I was crazy, but now.
Yeah, I agree with what Remy said. It's important to see both point of views. Because like I said earlier, nobody's perfect in a relationship. You know what I mean? It takes two. And,
it takes two, yes.
Yeah, and like you were saying, and especially as we get older, we can't just be in relationships to argue. Like we gotta come to an agreement. That's the point of arguing. You know what I mean? And I think people lose sight of that sometimes.
I will say this: a lot of men are intimidated by women who have their stuff together. Not all,
definitely.
Not all. And again, I'm probably gonna get messages. Not all, but when a man can see a woman is, fierce in nature, independent, makes her own money, own car, own place, it's like men say, "Oh, I can't manipulate that." So I need to digress. So now the pool for good men for women is lessening and lessening and lessening.
Slim to none.
Yeah. And then that's where y'all start dating the thugs and the babies.
And the girls.
And the girls. Okay, go. Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone. I don't want no smoke yet. Not yet. And I mean that's what it is. The dating pool, okay, I'll admit, it's not the way it used to be. And actually they said, what is it? 47% harder, they say, since 2013 or 2003. I apologize, 2003. 40% harder.
It seems like it's getting harder every year too.
I think as we from 2003 to 2013, whatever I said, it's 40% harder to date now. That's what the statistics say. I have 100,000 people.
Where we're at right now in 2021.
I think the more we become invigorated with our daggone technology, the more we're going to become desensitized to showing emotion and doing stuff like that. Because I will say at one point, when I downloaded Instagram, I like liking booty. Booty was a thing back in the day. I was like, oh yeah, booty rocking everywhere. I love that. So I like it. And then all of a sudden the algorithm kicked in, and I would just see it all the time, and I got tired of it because what's on Instagram isn't really real in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Everything was perfect.
It's not the Instagram people. If everybody had a regular social media, it would be okay. Look at something any other way other than what it would be okay. People see stuff like they see a girl with a big butt, and she's only a girl with a big butt. You know what I'm saying? She looks pretty. She posted a picture. Every time somebody sees some way up, that's the people need to know how to just look at it. With a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people let it change their mind. You're supposed to points at this one person's idea. A philosophist is nothing but a critical thinker. You can't let this one. You can't agree with him, but you can't completely go. This is right. Is usually an idea into their statements, if that makes sense.
Well, I think the fact that, like you said, people are interpreting it in their own perspective. Usually when a woman is doing something of that caliber and she's posting her butt, she's posting it for that reason, to get that attention towards her butt. So she's enticing that feeling, that dopamine. So it's like people are getting hooked. That's why kids are becoming more depressed and slitting their wrists and committing suicide based upon Instagram. And Instagram knows this, and they keep on doing what they're doing.
Yeah, people want to be we're social creatures. You want to be accepted in a crowd, and that's where people mess how to distinguish. You don't just want to be a part of the, but a lot of people do want to have people with a big butt, and they don't realize she just got a big butt. She probably doesn't else but good Instagram pictures. You never know, she could be poor, living on the street, nice pictures every day. You know what I'm saying? But now you think she has the life to much.
Oh, definitely. I've seen somebody slip up before. Their room was dirty. There was little bugs running everywhere. The mirror was all messed up. I was like, man, you take these nice photos, but your whole house looks like a daggone bird's nest. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
And that goes back.
Adequate.
It goes back to them interpreting too much. And not.
What about women being manipulative? That's what we need to know, because I heard earlier today the power of P is very powerful.
I don't think
the power of the cat. What?
The line.
Everybody has one.
The line.
Not everybody. Every woman has postman to get it.
I mean, honestly, women can be manipulative. You know what I mean?
Now we're getting somewhere. Go ahead, talk that shit.
Because we know how to play it to get what we want. You know what I mean? I feel like if you are manipulative, then you're not a woman. You know what I mean? You're a girl.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes,
Who's that talking? Is that Sasha talking?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. I didn't think it was Armani. But okay, I see. That is true. That's very true.
Accidentally manipulative.
Wait. Accidental.
Yeah.
You can't
manipulating. The boyfriend say I'm manipulated. I'm like, why is he saying this about me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but then it's that I'm like, I feel like I think I can talk myself out of anything. I think I can do, like, stop being like that.
No.
So
ain't
and manipulate harder.
Hold on a second. Yeah, I can. Who's that? Armani?
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, you lagged out, came back in. I think it's the Boost Mobile.
First of all.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm really sick. I'm sorry.
Just don't get me sick. We're talking about being manipulative, how women can be manipulated with the power of the P. And hold on a second. You can't say you didn't know you choose to be manipulative. How you
don't.
I'm lost.
You can't choose to be.
Manipulation. I was thinking
Your phone's breaking up. Your phone's breaking up, Remy.
I for sure am manipulative, and sometimes I don't mean to be. Sometimes I do. I do sometimes doing them.
So I don't have my laptop open. I want to look up this definition. I'm pretty sure manipulative is knowing something that you have and holding it in front of somebody else to get them to do or act a certain way. I think without them even knowing. I think that's being manipulative. So you have to know what you have.
According to the New Oxford Dictionary, it says manipulate is to handle or control, to typically in a skillful manner or control or influence clearly, unfairly, or unsubscriptiously.
Okay. So you're cognizant of what you are doing towards somebody else, another party.
Yes.
It's not an accident. There's no accident. This is a choice.
But if you don't know the definition, I knew doing, but I didn't. It was. In the word manipulation. This is a really bad thing. I was doing what I was doing was manipulation. If that makes sense.
How old were you? 19?
I know what I'm doing.
No.
Oh,
17, 18.
And you're 24 now. Oh Lord, you're a mastermind. All right, what did you say? You said you know what you're doing? See, this is what I'm talking about. And how old are you?
Just turned 26.
Sasha, how old are you? I don't mean to ask a woman her age. I apologize. But what's
your?
So
I'll do it again. What happened?
27 and a half.
Okay. All right. Yeah, TC's young ones. Well, Remy, she's cognizant. Remy, I'll give you. You're learning. Armani over here ruling over. How many people are you manipulating? That's what I want to know right now. How many you got?
Look, we ain't finna get
right
into
now.
that. Don't put my girl on
because
we got Sasha. Sasha, you ain't talking before. Sasha, we don't put your girl on blast.
Sir, it's not about how many. Okay, that's not the right question. You asking the wrong question.
See, that's scary.
The question is why.
Okay, we'll go to why and then how many. Why are you being manipulative?
And so, I think we spoke earlier, and I guess manipulation comes from really, from knowing or not knowing. And the people that I talk to, most of them know the situation that I got going on. Not all of them. So it's not really manipulation if they're tracking the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's only manipulation, I feel like, is if someone's just ignorant to the situation and you're keeping a secret from somebody and you're trying to get one up over them without them knowing the actual truth, if that makes sense.
And then you said they know everything, correct?
Yeah, most of them do.
What? So you're just picking and choosing and picking?
Yeah.
That's terrible. See, y'all fear stuff. I fear being. I wish somebody would try to manipulate me. I look at them like they stupid.
But you wouldn't know.
I would know.
Yeah,
if I start being abnormal, I would damn know. If I start being abnormal, doing weird things for some odd reason, something ain't right.
Okay, but maybe not you, but most men are doing that same thing.
See, that's scary. They say women are more scandalous than men.
And that brings me back to the main point is that this dating pool, everyone's so fearful. Yeah. They do what they got to do to survive.
And y'all doing it right now.
But we got to because of all the heartbreak.
I change my ways. I'm not like that.
That's not that is crazy. That's not a reason. Now this is getting good. And that's not our reason to manipulate somebody because your heart's broken. That's terrible. You just spreading toxicity.
It's a defense mechanism.
How toxic being toxic is.
Go in the corner and don't bother nobody. You ain't got to defense things. Nobody can know where you at. What the hell? Yeah, it's like crickets. I wish I had a cricket
You know,
button.
look, I support my friend.
Of course you would. I would expect you to support your friend and the toxic manner she is and the toxic way you're supporting her. I understand.
She's growing. She's learning every day. Like I said,
She's growing and planting toxic seeds all around her and infecting
You know what I'm saying? The problem is that if you can't look in yourself and be self-aware, then that's toxic in itself. I know my issues.
You're self-aware of what you're doing. This is terrible. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Do you think teenagers are self-aware of what they're doing?
Say again.
We're talking about grown women right now. I'm talking about 3 grown women, intelligent women.
I mean, nobody's as toxic at this age. Are we at this age?
Yes, Armani over there being like a ninja.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been toxic.
I'm talking about previous experiences and me being.
No, we're talking about today at 12:03.
I mean, personally, I'm not toxic, but I support my friend.
Yeah, that's even more toxic. So both of y'all are literally toxic. Armani, you bringing Sasha down. Sasha's okay, but you bringing her down by being toxic.
I'm not bringing anybody down.
I've been trying to give her advice.
I'm not bringing
toxic
anybody
advice
down. The toxicity comes from me not wanting to be monogamous, and that's why everyone's like, "Oh, it's toxic."
You want a man, but you don't want a man. You want a man acknowledgement, consideration.
I don't
care,
want a relationship. I don't want a relationship, so I'm not in a relationship. But I do want to find someone eventually that I can trust and be in a relationship with.
So, are you able to do that with your mindset? Because after a while, you keep embedding yourself in this type of mindset, you may not want anything or know how to go about it.
Because the mindset is just, I guess, keeping my options open and just getting to learn people, getting to learn myself. I just recently came out of like a really bad, super toxic relationship.
Toxic therapist.
Huh?
It's a toxic. There's that word is again.
Yeah, but the relationship that I just came out of had nothing on what I'm doing right now. Nothing. And so I guess now, since coming out of that, I'm in a period in my life where I'm trying to just explore my options and explore myself and see what all I cannot handle. And that comes with, I guess, learning new people. But it takes too much time to really get to know one person at one time.
And to add to that, it's not so bad because, like we said before, the men she's dating are probably doing that same thing. You know what I mean? So it's everybody doing that same thing.
So that's a trend. That's a dating pool y'all keep talking about. Y'all are feeding what y'all don't want to be in, and that's where we are as a society.
So how do you change it?
Y'all stop doing what y'all doing. That's
y'all.
The first.
Y'all, what do you mean?
You people. What do you mean, you people? It's just, y'all. So you said this is the dating environment that we're harboring right now. Mm-hmm. And if we don't want that and we want to change, then we can't be part of the problem. We have to stem away from it.
So we just don't date?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Sasha be coming for blood. I see the sass in Sasha. She be coming for blood. But
everyone acknowledges there's this problem, right? It's this giant problem that everyone sees. But like, to fix the problem, everyone has to put an effort to do that. But if not everyone is doing that, why would one person try to start?
So there's this. I wish I could post it. There's this meme. It says, "Who wants change?" Everybody raises their hands. Then they say, "Who wants to change?" And everybody puts their hand down. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
We can't be part of the problem. Like, I understand you got to take a stand and be like, "Yo, this seems obsolete because everybody else is doing it. Why do I have to be by myself and a rebel?"
That person. I still want to be a good person, even though everybody in one day can piss me off. I'm gonna go because everybody has pissed me off. I'm not gonna let anybody make me not be a good person. So if I girlfriend, which I do want to have changed to, I know I've always been to be a good girlfriend, but I have let my partners their low moments take me. So like I at the first lower myself to that level anymore, and eventually who doesn't want to go to that level either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a weak man. If he's allowing everything to subtly the foundation of the relationship is to falter like that, then you need to check the guy. Well, the guy needs to check himself first of all, and then you need to check the guy that you're looking to establish.
For sure.
Because a man, I was telling somebody earlier, when a man knows what he wants, he's willing to change the way he sees things and his perspective. Not necessarily himself,
yes,
but he's able to orient his focus on what you want and what you need and what you deserve. And
I've started to see that personally, but I wouldn't have seen that if I haven't been meeting new people and talking to everyone at the same time.
Yeah, but are you really getting to know them for who they are, or are they just putting on a front because they know they can't have you? So they're like, okay, let me just feed her whatever she needs to hear until I do have
maybe you get to know and going straight for to see different personalities, whether accepting this person and everything they come with. You get to pick and choose who you want to, it's kind of like a game, almost like a competition. Who's going to make it 2 or 3 different people. You got run around and actually getting together and
that's fine. I some people support dating multiple people. Some people say I don't want to date somebody who's dating multiple people. Okay.
With the dating, like having sex with, going out on dates with.
Well, you said dating. I guess it'd be going out to get to know them. It doesn't. I wouldn't incorporate sex with dating. At least I don't incorporate sex with dating.
I don't think it would. These people that I talk to are just trying to hear or say what I want to hear. I feel like real recognize real, and so as long as you're like honest up front, people see that, they tend to be honest back to you and kind of reciprocate the same energy.
Yeah, but that's the mishap that's been faltering on y'all's part. When y'all date certain men, y'all think one thing and then all of a sudden they start changing. Isn't that when I talked to this person earlier? They said they would date this guy, then all of a sudden he'd flake.
Yeah.
So it's like at the same time you have to slow things down, because if you're getting to know so many people, your mind can only handle so much at one time, and you're getting all those attributes from each person, so that's feeling invigorating. So it's like, okay, they all are good, even though I have to pick one, I'm just gonna keep all of them because they're all feeding me exactly what I need as a person.
Yeah.
No, you always have that one. So you always have that one you like the most, and then like he might show you he's not the one.
What'd you say, Sasha?
I say Remy out here preaching.
I do. Yeah, I definitely have been in that situation before. You definitely know who you really want, but that person might not be sending you all the right signals. Like me, I can look at one dude one day, like the guy who I have a child with. I looked at him and I knew as soon as I looked at him that we was gonna have a baby together.
Damn.
And we didn't even
what the hell?
talk further. We worked together. We didn't really talk at work. We talked a couple times, and then we quit and didn't talk for months, and then ended up linking back. A year later, I ended up getting pregnant by him. But as soon as I looked at him, I knew. But it's like when I look at people, I can always see the good. Like I can see their potential, what kind of boyfriend they could be, and I don't look at what kind of boyfriend they're being. I look at the kind of guy.
Y'all don't look at actuality. Y'all look at probability instead of what's plausible at the problem.
Yeah. Speaking of my flaws.
This was interesting. We're gonna have to do a part 2, and I'm gonna get 2 guys on next time so y'all can nicely debate without any kind of chaos or anything like that. But this is very interesting, hearing y'all's perspectives and seeing the dating pool. Even though we're part of the problem, how can we remove ourselves to make the dating pool better? That's what we have to work on. And even, y'all are all good women. I don't know Sasha that well. It's my first time speaking to her, but she seems very respectful. So, I mean, it's not that y'all aren't aware or y'all are closed-minded. It's just changing these habitual acts that we were doing to add to the problem. Because, like I'm already saying, she says she knows what's going on. And this is, Sasha says she validated that this is the toxic dating pool we're in. But are we really doing our part? And nobody wants to ever stand out. Everybody wants to fit in. So what do we need to do?
I guess.
Damn. Wait. I'm just preaching to the damn wall. Got it.
I mean,
I mean,
know,
I
like you
think I've
said,
had a lot of dating. I think I've had a positive experience. I'm not dating relationship. I actually have had men that like I think it was Sasha who said they don't want to be monogamous, and it's like much that you can tell me that instead of dragging me along because you like me and you want to keep me around and cheating on me. I think cheating is my biggest trigger. If it's somebody cheating on me or maybe like losing feelings, but when you can just admit that you're not ready to be monogamous, I have no choice but to accept that. And I think that's what I like about dating.
But it's different when men say it versus when women say it.
And that's what a lot of men lack.
Whoa. Hold on, what y'all say?
Nobody communicates, you know what I mean? They can feel one way, but they want to hide it just because.
The problem is when people communicate, they get offended. If I'm telling you how I feel, you should be at least some type of happy because I want to communicate with you, not anybody else.
Yeah, but that's a personal problem.
Hold it in.
That's how you're going to be able to decipher if you're dealing with a girl or a woman, though. Because if you're dealing with a woman,
accountability and ownership, that's gone out the window. And I had to learn that as a man because we're very prideful. How you react to things. Oh yeah, definitely. And I had to learn that as a man at 26. I was still prideful at 26. It wasn't until I really got to know myself and I took time to say, okay, this pride thing gotta go.
And I think that's where a lot of people mess up. They don't really know themselves.
No, nobody takes time because you got to think people hop from relationship to relationship to try to fill that void because they're used to something being there. And they never take the time to actually get to know themselves, why they did what they did and how they did it and what's going on or who did what to what.
Where does this problem start from, you know?
Yeah, nobody. It takes too much effort. It's easier to blame somebody else and point the finger at someone else than rather work on yourself. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess.
What? Who said I guess? Who said that?
Armani.
Sasha. Who's that, Sasha?
Nah, that was Armani.
Armani and Sasha, y'all was just, y'all, all right. Y'all want the smoke.
We working on her.
Y'all work on each other. Y'all ain't working on each other. I was waiting for Sasha Sass, didn't happen. Armani's mindset is interesting. Remy, she's a young woman, but she's growing, so it's interesting. Remy, I didn't know you were 24.
Yeah.
Who'd have with COVID? Okay.
I'm telling you, it's me. I'm sick. I don't have COVID. I've been tested, and they said it was negative.
That's terrible.
All I'm saying is that, just like Remy was saying, when men can just be straight up and tell people or tell the people that they're talking to that they don't want to be monogamous, and they're kind of in the field. It's different for when men say that versus when women say that, because that's the kind of, I guess, the stage that I'm in my life right now, is where I can be like, hey, I'm talking to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many other people that I'm talking to? I don't want anything serious, but this is what the situation is. It's different when a woman can say that, because women are supposed to be monogamous. They're supposed to have one sexual partner at a time, and if they don't, then they're a hoe or something along that lines.
So a gentleman stated something like that. He said, modern women want modern men. And back in the day, women did not do that. And men didn't do that either. So I can see the old school type of cats. I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just agreeing. At the time, when I say dating, casual, friendly, type.
Well, you gotta think, the world, that's all we see today is sex. So everything's saturated with sex. So if you were telling me, if I was talking to Armani, she's telling me dating, she's talking to multiple men, instinctively I would think, okay, she might be having sex. But if she tells me she's not, I can only go off of that. But not a lot of people, again, communication is not a thing these days, so that's where it leaves it open.
I would say once you man, so that was I would say I'm very, very monogamous when it comes to relationship, and a lot of guys find that cheat on. I will be with one person. If he was not, I could probably be with him for the rest of my life. I honestly believe those were off. I know adapt, be unbiased. If there's something really wrong that I can see and that you can bring up and I can see, I would definitely be okay with changing myself. But to find a man who's also able to be monogamous, and that's why I've decided to stop dating. And now these guys are telling me, oh, I don't want to be monogamous. I appreciate it more than I think they can, but then they really can't.
So we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna leave this one thought, and this was a little controversy that I had a couple fellas, some random guys at the bar. They were saying a lot of men aren't wanting to get married because they see no benefit in being married. This goes to suddenly say, well, if they were to get a divorce, they would lose not only their money, but everything they owned and the child. So men aren't getting married as much as possible as they would likely, because during divorce it go alimony, child support. I know that's a thing. I mean, our whole generation is not getting married because of freaking the economy. Let's just be serious. And others out there trash. But I know that I just stumbled upon that, and it made me think like, this is new. This is new to me.
Well, I mean, if somebody is going through it right now, I could see why men feel that way. You know what I mean? But it should motivate them more to make their relationships work. But most don't. So,
It's like they're running out of married role models.
It's now.
But then again, how can we look at what we look like as celebrities? As role models, we should be looking at like.
No, I mean within their family, within their friend and family group.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Men were finally starting to talk. I have a men's group, and we kind of coerce each other and help each other, motivate each other, and ask questions. But men at first, again, men we never really communicated because it's the masculine thing. Why would you tell me how you feel, bro? Why would you say how you feeling? You know, we shun that, and men just harbored those feelings. Now we're starting to talk and comfort each other, and it's become more susceptible and acceptable in that nature. But there's a lot of us don't have role models. Luckily, I have two good friends. One's married, one's not, and they encourage me in the right manner, and I encourage them as such.
So you think having a good married role?
Yes, I feel like you are a product.
Be married.
Very much so. You're a product of your environment. I wholeheartedly believe that, and I've experienced that myself. When I was around a lot of people that cheat in the military, you know, I didn't like that, but it was contagious and infectious, and people started doing the same thing with other people. And I step out and I see people who are actually loyal to their wife and want to be with their wife, and vice versa for the husband. It was refreshing, and they made it work. So it's who's around and who's communicating with you. You know, like if Sasha's telling Armani certain things, you know, Armani might think it's toxic, but you know, we're not gonna go down that road.
I feel like those role models are hard to find nowadays because, like you said, many people either aren't getting married or they're cheating.
Yeah, they are, and the church is not helping as much either. So I've been told. All right, we're gonna do a part 2, but I'm gonna have 2 males on next time, and y'all will be able to, you know, talk about some things, and I won't intrude too much, and I'll just rough it out. But I appreciate you, Remy, Sasha, and Armani for joining me on Like Me. Do y'all have anything else to say to our listeners or viewers?
Thanks for listening.
Stay in your truth, okay? Live in your truth. Don't let anybody persuade you otherwise.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, and I appreciate you joining me on the Light to Me. Take care.
Thank you, Julian.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.
You're welcome.